there is breaking news about what's going on with Doctor Who. Doctor Who is essentially, this series of Doctor Who is cancelled. At the I mean, you got the War Between Land and Sea, which may actually be quite good from what I understand. But like, shooting's not coming back as Doctor Who. But I think that you can take this one home as this rumor. You can take home as being real because the promotional art has already started to leak. They already know who he's going to regenerate into. Right, that's the crazy thing. It's going to be a shock regeneration, but I'm going to spoil it right here, right now, right? Because now you're going to know who will be the new. Who is the one person who can save Doctor Who, right? Of course, the Donald. The Donald's going to be the Doctor. How much better could that get? Oh, sorry, we'll come back there, Donald. Right? It just seems like it could bloody work to me, right? I don't know. The Donald as the Doctor. I kind of like him in the tux. Right? I kind of like, yeah, you're better than the other 2.5. Yeah, that's it. That's what's going to happen. Donald Trump is Doctor Who. Make the galaxy great again. Well, is the galaxy destroyed? Wasn't it destroyed in the flux? I don't know. You tell me, but yes, I think this is something that has to happen. I mean, like, honestly, I just imagine like Rusty Davis seeing this on a billboard and clutching his chest. It's worth it. Like, I know it will cost a fortune, right? But like, somehow Truman show him and surround him with all these images of Donald Trump as a Doctor, like on billboards and stuff, so he thinks it's real, right? And they're no, Donald Trump's the Doctor. What are you talking about? Donald Trump, it's big news. It's going to be Doctor Who, right? I think that'd be awesome. Oh my god! Oh, that would be awesome, awesome. That would be crazily awesome. Yeah. A glorious way to tell us about toxic masculinity. Now, I'll compare that to. Again. Like, how is Shooty Gatwa going to tell anybody about masculinity? I mean, I guess you've got to be pretty masculine to, be that gay. Oh, yeah. Robot Revolution. Let's have a look. Okay, let's start with this. Doink. Essential information. Broadcast Saturday, 12 April, 8 a.m. on iPlayer. And then BBC One exclusively, and at 3 p.m., 3 a.m. Eastern. So basically, it's at prime time for no one. This is a sign the show is doing badly. Okay? This is a very bad sign. By the way, marketing is still excellent. But yeah, let's drop it at 3 a.m. That's going to work out well. That'll get them in. Then the time to drop it would have been 7 p.m. On Saturday, which would be 2 p.m. Eastern time, right? You would have had global viewing, right? You would have had a global phenomenon. But no, you didn't. So Shooty Gatwa, Verona Caesar, Johnny Green, Evelyn Miller, Max okay, none of these people I know. Remember Rusty Davis, drinking my pizza, hooah. There are worlds out there where the sky is burning. This is not one of them. Don't try and tie this into Doctor Who, for goodness sake. Like, who are you trying to kid? You know, I don't. When I think of somebody getting a sneaky hand job off a bloke in a back alley, I think of Shooty Gatwa. I don't think of Sir McCoy. Right? I just don't. Right? That's just not the way I see him. That's just me for you, baby. That's just me. There are worlds out there where the sky is burning. One of them is Miss Belinda Chandra. That was the name of the planet, I guess. And look, again, I love the premise for this. This is such a good way of getting a companion into a story, right? And I like the story. The story elements are very strong. And I think the casting of Farad Seith is a good idea as well. In fact, mighty robots wage war and waging an unholy war against Miss Belinda Chandra kind. It's man versus machine. The machines are winning. Towering, gleaming, and armed to the nines. The Miss Belinda Chandra robots serve a single master. The AI generator, a being of immense processing power and zero patience. Dare to disagree, and you're fried to a crisp. Look, when Robert Holmes wanted to have a moan about something like his tax bill, it was still like a good story, right? Especially, some makers. I love that. Oh, wait, in a nutshell, under a starlit sky, two teenage sweethearts share a moment. Green, presents her, Sethu, with a star. Her star, named after her in her honor, Miss Belinda Chandra. It's cute, it's quirky, it's just as difficult. But then robots, voiced by Nicholas Briggs, rocks up at Belinda's. They're from Miss Belinda Chandra 1, and they want their queen back. Can the Doctor get to save Her Majesty Queen Belinda and quash the robot revolution? Again, a really good Doctor Who plot. Really genuinely good. It's just why they got to put toxic masculinity in there, right? Robot 1, the planet Miss Belinda Chandra 1 will celebrate your royal wedding. All robots, congratulations to Your Majesty. What do you mean wedding? Who am I marrying? A spark plug? The great AI generator, behold. Some kind of virtual Andrew Tate. I would not be bound. What are we up to? Meanwhile, light years away, Miss Belinda Chandra 1 is working on night shift on her home planet Earth. Her Majesty Miss Belinda is a nurse at the London's Able Free Hospital. She's never heard of Miss Belinda. Miss Belinda 1 has no idea the war that rages in her name and is about to get one of the rudest introductions to it all time. I've always thought this is a funny idea, says showrunner. It is. It's a fucking awesome idea. I just wish you didn't have your head up your woke ass at the same time, trying to fish out 30 condoms from random strangers. Who valiantly tried to impregnate you the last couple of hours. I've always thought it's such a funny idea, says showrunner. I mean, again, it's got that Galaxy Quest vibe. Really, it really does. Who wrote the episode? What shock? What can I? Belinda and the robots. The Doctor Who lobbied for Doctor Who and the giant robots. I bet that would have been good. It's always ticking away in my head, and I realise it's a perfect to launch a new companion with. It's a bold beginning for Belinda, a thrilling kickoff to Who's 2025 season. It's a very unusual script to write, as Russell, and it's difficult. Aren't they all? Because you have an opening joke and then you got to make it real. I agree with you, but God, why do you bother with toxic masculinity? I mean, it just boggles the mind. Why? Why? Oh, Russell, you fucked this ear up the arse. You really have, and not in the good way. To explain, 17 years ago, Belinda Chandra had a star named after her, a gift from her ex. Cut to today, a planet orbiting her star is missing Belinda. So the robots come to claim her as their queen. Hoots Russell. I'm sick of him hooting. Stop with your fucking hooting, okay? You got nothing to hoot about over the last couple of years, mate. You have nothing to be jolly and happy about. You fucked up over and over. Stop with your hooting. They really think that she's their queen, which is so mad. You have to make the robots mad too. The maddest thing is the AI generator who wants to marry her. Poor Belinda. Toxic Mel, is he Andrew Tate bot, is he? So in the recent hours, two red metal brutes smashed their way through her London home and bundled Linda into a waiting rocket bound for Miss Belinda Chandra. And there we saw the very Flash Gordon-y, traditional rocket ships. Here, there's a clip they put out. Let's have a look. If Doctor goes away after this season, views are gonna Plummet, nothing to complain about. Well, yeah, exactly. I agree with who was. I can't say I just. 1 second, it's covered over. That's by Christopher. Sorry, Feyra. How you doing, Christopher Feyra? 1 second. Preview clip.
Linda, what's going on?
Do you know Lucy at number 7?
Yes.
Tell her the cat's gone to live on a farm. Apparently I'm the queen of outer space, if you could tell the police. My mum and dad. Oh, my poor mum and dad. Tell them robots are kidnapping me. Tell them I love them.
I'll take care, Belinda.
I mean, you can't help not like Anita Dobson, right? She really is very charismatic.
Bye.
Transmat initiated.
Yeah, I love that design. I just love the design. And you know what I like about Anita Dobson? She's having so much fun doing this. God bless her. I mean, really, God bless her. So how do the robots know they're in a system named after? I guess I'll find out. And you could do a thing that these robots were made. Again, I don't. You probably won't work this out to this level, right? But you could have it that this is from the robots are from the future, and it's from a previously colonized planet, which was based on from Earth in the future, and they got the germs of all Earth technology and data. Which is where they found out where she's from. Essentially, when they're searching for an idea, who knows? But there's answers.
Belinda! Belinda!
And he runs in with a skirt and fucking ruins it.
You won't see me.
Again, running. Yeah, running in with your fucking skirt, darling. It just looking nothing like the Doctor as well. I mean, like, you need a sodding costume. Every creative decision about this era was bad, right? Every creative decision has been bad. For the episode set mostly in the 1950s. 1950s sci-fi city, Miss Belinda Chandra. As a strong futuristic, retro-futuristic vibes. The robot revolution traps into very 2020 anxieties. Well, yeah, because that's really the overwhelming problem with this era. It's so fucking dated. It's so out of date. We're discussing AI, whether it works and how it will help us or harm us, says Russell says. Yeah, so again, I really think this is, other than being woke shit, this sounds like a really good, fun story. Oh, it's so annoying. It really is so annoying. That's why did you have to put this shit in? Adolescents. Excuse me. Where do you think this knife crime's coming from? It's normally not white kids, right? And I'm not saying that in a racist way. I'm saying that in a accurate. And like there's a culture of what's the word? It's a culture of white guilt. You don't want to call out people who for the truth. You know, Douglas Murray. I was listening to his interview on trigonometry. Excellent, right? Absolutely excellent. Real recommend. He was saying that the reason there was this like anti-Israel like pure hatred is because Israel reflects somehow the Rabbi returns said Archie Collin everything that they're most ashamed of in their own society. People are consumed with white guilt about being colonizers and abusing people, and then they see somebody in it that there's a narrative formed around that, and they go crazy because it's more of a sort of self-hatred. It's interesting. Anyway, for an episode set in 1950s sci-fi city, it's a strong retro future, and again, I love that. I really love that that design aesthetic. Right? I just don't. I have no patience for woke anymore. Like, I just can't. When I get a hint of it, I'm like, leave me alone. That's why, I don't really understand people who are like down on Creature Commanders or James Gunn stuff. Didn't seem he seems woke. It didn't seem woke to me in the slightest. I also think AI, whether it works or it might help or harm. No, again, we have to see where it goes. Or so Russell, this moment, Doctor Who, to reflect, does come back. Okay, yeah, no, Russell, it's you. You are the worst person, right? The worst people. It's you. Oh, for goodness sake. Bloody idiot. Yeah, the worst people. That's you and me. Is that really? Isn't that going again? Yeah, that's you and me. That's who he's talking about. Yeah, you know who Russell watched years and years. And again, look, I hate to say it, everything Trump touches does seem to work out very well. Look at the tariffs and the stock market. It worked out very well. Well, okay. Praise be to the robots then, and the AI generator with the rocket's ruthless ambition and reckless disregard for organic life. You got nothing to be afraid of. I mean, the trouble is, again, the 45-minute runtime and the general dumbing down of it. You don't get like good villains really anymore. Like Sutek originally was a great layered villain. I mean, mostly right because of Gabriel Wolf's performance. But and even like, what's the name? What was the name of the computer from the Green Death? Was it Boss? Wotan? Like all these AI baddies. They were all way more interesting and layered. I really like they did a bunch of stuff about AIs in the New Adventures, right? And whenever it was an AI character, it was like their name was spelled in capitals. Sleepy, I think that was a the name of a novel by Kate Orman, and it had like a not artificial intelligence, it had artificial psi powers. It was very cool. I liked a lot of that stuff. Anyway, I digress. Okay, praise be to the robots unite. Whether you're tuning on TV, looking into iPlayer, or firing at Disney Plus, surrender the machines at 8 a.m. Oh man, it's did I miss something? Wait a minute, surrender the machines at 8 a.m. I totally lost where I am. The robots working, they will be obeyed. Fine. So this is another. I've got Benjamin Cook's writing it. Give the job. Director Peter Hall reuniting with Davis after It's a Sin. That's pretty good. And Nolly returns to Doctor Who. First time as a good man goes well. Fine. So he knows what he's doing then. Okay. I think it's a pretty solid director. Delivering swagger and spectacle and swagger. Again, that's really what Good Man Goes to War has in spades. Worthy of 2025 season opener. It's not a good season opener. The story may riff on artificial intelligence, but it's a practical effects that saw. I bet that's true. The Miss Langer, again, could you imagine if this era wasn't a fucking disaster? I would love action figures of these. Look at the ray guns. Like, could you imagine this era wasn't a fucking woke, queer fucking disaster? Oh, something masculinity. The unhinged AI generator, the wild POV shot of a rocket blasting off from Belinda's back garden. However, it's rather see-through who steals the show as the Doctor's best new mate, Belinda Finch in early drafts renamed Belinda Chandra when see-through was cast. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, you weren't thinking of casting a dark-skinned woman, were you? No, you only thought of a white person. Right. That guy's been simmering away for a while, says Russell. It's a play on Ian and Barbara Deacon. The companion is desperate to get home. This season's strapline, get Belinda home. It's a good, and again, last year, you had the season mystery, end of season arc, and it was shit. Oh God, I hope you don't do that again. I hope you get a home, right? The bar's a lot lower on this one, right? Last year you had to explain why Ruby could stop time and make it snow, and the mysterious hooded woman that pointed ominously, and you just fucked it up, right? You just fucked it up. This year you just got to get her home. That's it. And find out why she can't go. Something to do with Mrs. Flood, I would have thought. Who the rumor is that she's the Brani. You remember the scene through as the 51st Century Marine Monday Flynn in 2024 episode Boom? Nah, not really. I remember she was pretty good, but I don't remember much about it. This is a time machine, asks Melinda as she steps into the TARDIS. I hate that TARDIS. The Robo Revolution in the Revolution. Boom, replies the Doctor. See what he did there? Okay, fine. A guest actor returning in a new, bigger, regular role, Doctor Who. Tradition is dating back to the mid-60s. At least 3 Doctors have been cast that way. Well, you got Colin Baker, Peter Capaldi. Who's the third one? Not Christopher Eccleston. Not Paul McGann. Not David Tennant. Not Matt Smith. Not Capaldi. Colin Baker, yeah. Colin Baker was Maxwell. What? Let's say that again. At least 3 Doctors have been cast that way, and several companions from Peter Purvis. Well, no, come on. I think that role was as one, the Texan guy. Karen Gillan and half a dozen or so more. Who's the third Doctor? Is anybody know the chat? Colin Baker, Capaldi. Who's the third Doctor? I don't know. It's not like Troughton was in it during the Hartnell years, or Pertwee was in it during the Troughton years, or Tom Baker was in it before he was in it, or Peter Davison. I mean, he was in Hitchhikers, I guess. Colin Baker was Maxwell. Cecil McCoy wasn't in it beforehand. I know. I'm talking 3 Doctors? Wait. Are you talking... Oh, wait a minute. You must be talking about David Bradley. Oh, you could be talking about David Tennant, I guess, when he was Doctor 14. You remember? No, I don't remember. A guest actor returning is... God, that was a real brain tear. It took me a while to work out what we're talking about. We saw some great auditions with Linda recalls Russell, but no one quite clicked. And then I was sat watching Edit 57 of Boom, thinking, it's a real shame. I know I'm going to work Verada on Doctor Who again. She's subtle and Brit. She was great in that episode. Again, I credit where credit is due. Where did it fail? You're looking at where it failed. That's such a hard part. She becomes a de facto companion for half the episode. And it hit me. Oh. So I sent a tentative email. Said, what if we, and the yeses felt like dominoes, our execs and the BBC, then I think she was a Disney note. Right? Disney all just went, yes, practically overnight. We found out Belinda. We also ran it past Shooty. He was delighted when they did Boom. They had a right old laugh together. I couldn't give a fuck how much a good time you had. Your Doctor Who is in the shitter. Right? It's awful. Nobody wants to watch it. Fuck off with your fucking laugh all the fucking time. Oh, they don't laugh together. If you want to say thank you, that's what the money's for. Writing a companion who doesn't want to be there, who wants to go home, is tricky, admits Russell. Not really. But it gives Melinda something to spark up against the Doctor. She's not in love with him. She's not in love with his life or the TARDIS, and the whole thing is she works. The whole thing works because, of course, she starts enjoying it. Again, that's a good story. She thinks that starts enjoying it. She thinks they're wonderful and eventually admits it. But it's a different kind of buzz. It stretches out. It stretches different muscles. It's a performance thing too. Janet Fielding did it brilliant as Tegan. She did. I agree. Of course, it means keeping the TARDIS away from modern day Earth. I normally think that you should keep revisiting the present day. Maybe you should also put in like classic monsters sometime as well. I mean, was there any in the? I mean, Toy Maker, but it was a reinvention of it. No, this era hasn't had any classic monsters. I mean, Head Sutek was unrecognizable as well. It had villains, not monsters. That's interesting. I don't really recall the 2005 to 2017 era having old villains in it other than Davros. That's interesting. It is interesting. Okay, so they got returning villains. Maybe Mrs. Flood is the Rani again, but who really cares? It's essential. So it's been a real challenge to avoid the entire series. Instead, this year we get to go to 95th of Miami, Interstellar Song Contest. Again, that you're also excited about the Euro episode. Fuck off. Like it's a bit of a queer thing, Eurovision. Which you're welcome to like. It's just like it's more for queer people. Desolate planets and far-flung future and a fiery pits of hell. With neither Dobbs and Mrs. Slugs warning us at the conclusion of last year, the story ends in absolute terror. Well, believe it when I see it. The Time Lord had better tread carefully. Now gloves are off. Russell promises that we're going to see that unfold. Oh my God! Wait and see what happens. He chooses. Okay. Wow. Stand by. You're heading for an earth-shattering ending. You're heading for an incredible climax. Oh! And he says this year, there are some very definite answers. Definite answers last year as well. They were just shit. It may raise more questions as well. Oh, God. Dr. Shomron discusses the new adventures, new writers, and everything else coming up in season 2. The new season of Doctor Who beginning on April 12th. For me, 13th, baby. Lucky 13. Once again, Shomron joined by season 2 hosts of new writers, cast, old new companion. Rusty Davidson shares his insight on what we can hope to expect from the Doctor and Belinda's adventures. But they just started dropping these. Again, it makes me ache. Keep reviewing the current day in a time machine, said Archie Collin. Well, they can't get to current day. That's our kind of whole point. They say of the. Here, 1 second, do it. So this tape sheets they pulled out a couple of days ago. So something bad has happened to Earth, apparently. Yeah, again, I just wish it wasn't shit. Right? That's really the bottom line. I just wish it wasn't shit. And then there's this one over here. So it says the Earth's going to be destroyed, essentially. They're going to make some kind of their episode is that I can have lots of queer reasons to boycott watching it. I know, I can. Russell, the world isn't queer. I know you want to say it is, but it really isn't. Right? And it's not because, we all hate gay people. It's just we're not gay. Like, that's really it. That's not hatred. It's just we're not gay. What can you expect from season 2? What was your vision? Oh, the absolute opposite of what actually happened. For lots of people to watch it, and it will be great, but it was a crushing failure. The vision is to be bigger, brighter, and bolder than ever. Well, no, you should. What you're selling is not that. What you're selling is a tightly written story, right? Nobody cares about bigger, brighter, and bolder. There are some darker swings in this season, but some bolder swings as well. There's the Interstellar Space Song Contest. I hate it. The possibly the biggest and maddest thing we've ever done. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the joy of Doctor Who is that that's different every single week. When people keep on saying to me, "What's different about season 2?" Nothing. I mean, it looks like they know what they're doing better in terms of like technically making it right. It does look like it's far stronger there. At the point of the show, it's designed to be different each week, and we're leaning into that. Right? There are hostile planets, more hostile than ever. The Interstellar Song Contest has got more aliens than we ever had. We keep learning on the job. That's actually okay. That's a fair thing. I can applaud them for. They are learning on the job, and you can see the learning curve. Again, the improvement of production values between season 1 and season 2, it's really noticeable, right? I mean, it was only a couple of months in between, but it's really noticeable. And again, what a fucking shame they couldn't just make Doctor Who without it being woke lecturing shit, right? Like, really, what a shame. It would have been if they just cast it right, and they did everything the opposite of what they thought. Right, then everything would have been better, right? Everything would have been better if they just did the opposite of whatever their idiot ideas were, because they were all idiot ideas. You hire a charismatic actor as a Doctor who plays it as a Doctor, not as a gay fuck bunny, right? How about that? I think that really would have worked a lot better. Had stories that you weren't lectured by a woman in a dress about pronouns. Right? I mean, a woman in a dress. A man in a dress. A woman with a penis in a dress. Right? Yeah, there's a... that probably would have gone better. Don't introduce your new Doctor as a gay masturbatory fantasy. Oh, so many things you could have done better. Don't have Davros walk. Oh, man. When you're making Doctor Who to please Varys, it's like it's the dog chasing its own tail at that point, right? It really is. Where we up to? There's a lot. Okay, fine. So keep learning, Joel. We keep doing it more and more. Ooh, I know that. Loving the show and pushing it further. Oh, push it. Push it, baby. There's lots of energy. Oh, yeah. Oh, so much energy. Push, but lots more scenes. Oh, scared. You're not scared of that, baby. Lots more thrills and lots more laughs as well. Yeah, but there's too much woke, which is any woke. It's like radioactive. It's a more grandiose series, and we're very proud of that. In season 1, there was a theme of finding Ruby's birth mother. Is there a theme? Yeah, it's getting... Yeah, but again, the theme of the season... Why would you mention that? Oh, God, how long? This has made me lose the will to live to read that. I can't. No. Fuck off. That's not happening. Are you kidding me? There's no way. Let's see the SFX preview. How long is that one? And wait, what is it as well? Is it Rosalie Davis and Joel Collins? Tell us more. Okay, so we've got how many pages? One. Okay, fine. We'll go through as much of this until we can't stand it. Man, Millie Gibson. I just again, Millie and Verados here. They just look hot. Oh my God, they are so freaking hot. And oh God, Millie, it's got a lovely pair of tits. I'm sorry, but she does. But not when she's like, what is up with her hair? Let's go for the Frankenstein cut. Like, why is she dressed like? Okay, this is where she dresses herself. Oh my God, unbelievably hot. Oh, and now this is where BBC dresses her. I mean, like, really? Like when you're only slightly sexier than what's her name? Ruth Madeley. Fuck off. We'll skim this. Want to feel old? This is your FX goes on sale 20 years to the day. Doctor. Okay, fine. Rose. Blah 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 blah. Peter David Celery Enthusiast. Blah 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 blah. Meet the Joel Collins. He does the more special effectsy stuff. Okay. Doing the specials in season 1 was an explanation of the toolkit. Yes, I see that, right? It's a shame it was woke shit. Pushing in boundaries, seeing where you can go. Okay, that you push the boundaries that he's wearing a fucking dress and she's wearing mum pants as you push them in the wrong direction. I don't think we honed our craft. That is true. You did, actually. And by the time, it's such a shame. You're not going to get a season 3. Because everything is always about script. Bottom line, everything is always about script. And if you get the script wrong, it's just never going to work, right? Like, where are we up to? Sorry, that was getting a message. Just had a potential interesting thought. Given that they're both clothes and hair seem to change, I wonder if the wardrobe is something more than a clothing store. I think they're like it's like a Star Trek transporter, right? They put their hair into like a matter converter and they get different hair. Oh, I hated that clip. I don't think we really owned the skill. We were working like a train to figure working like a train. It wasn't trying to figure out how to get started bumping along different tracks. We were steaming along, so there's something in it that's kind of got an accelerated energy. Actually, I do get that vibe from the clips as well. In story terms, the key distinction is if rather see-through or, as Davis routinely dresses a V. What? Oh, Verada. I was like, what are you calling a V? As the new commander, Belinda Chandra, it's really the whole new ending that Belinda brings, that V brings, that defines the whole series. Look, I'm sorry. Millie Gibson was by far the strongest performance in season 1. Right? Having Belinda on board is a different take. What part I wanted to do was to show the range of the show. It's not always one companion with the Doctor. You can bring new people in. Also, Belinda's a bit older. You fired Millie Gibson because she was 18-year-old and out on the piss, apparently. Or maybe she was a bit too white and a bit too straight, which I think is more likely. The Joy of Millie. Oh, God, there's so many. The Joy of Millie. That is a Blu-ray I would like to own. As Ruby Sunday. Was a general 18-year-old playing an 18-year-old, he explains, and boy, did she look at. What we didn't quite realize was that sometimes you can make the Doctor look a bit paternal, just in writing. Again, no, she made the Doctor look like Judy Gatwell look like a shit actor because she was a good actor. Judy plays full of the joys of youth. I wanted it somebody more the Doctor's age to confront him a bit and challenge him, while Ruby is on her finding herself and becoming older in herself to attack him on all fronts. You were. So that's a subtle shift. The showrunner cites a brief moment in episode 2 indicative of the dynamic. Belinda introduces the Doctor. Someone says, "This is Doctor." Then she turns to him and says, "Just the Doctor." He says, "Yes." And she said, "Ridiculous. Sometimes we need someone to part curtains on the wizard, and say, what you get away with is quite mad." It's a lovely. Okay, you got somebody who is responsible. So okay, fine. So this is like somebody different from Shooty Gatwa in that he's not being a twat. You're saying season 1 they are both like immature twats, and now you got somebody who actually isn't. Who's this? Is this who's being interviewed? Oh, God, she's hot. Verada introduces Belinda Chandra. I've been introduced to her enough. Oh, Verada. I get that they spent the extra money to get his hand drawn. It really shows. It really shows. And again, I bet it was a great premise. Oh, man, and they look great. Oh, but him changing it look every week is a bad idea. She looks fantastic. Look at her. Oy vey. In the season 3 trailer, Belinda tells Doctor, "You're going to need to get me home." And she explains that might involve taking the long way round. Yeah, they can't get home. The season-long quest to get Belinda home or finding out why they can't get her back home. Getting back to her be problematic when it turns out, and that's when her values come to fore. And when she's alone in outer space with this nutter, and ever-changing costumes. Oh, God, I hate that. Again, every time you say it, it gets worse, right? It's so not Doctor Who. How is she going to assert herself and find herself? Oh, God knows. We remarked that that all sounds referencing the fighting companion Tegan, blah, blah, blah. She wants to get home. Who's flying this aircraft? And I don't blame her either. I wouldn't want to be trapped with either Shooty Gatwa or Jodie Whittaker's TARDIS. You know you're going to die. And even if you stay in the TARDIS, you think maybe she might delete the room you're in. Why won't you wait? Because she's just shit. Isn't it great with all the planets and vistas in front of you? Actually, there's a lot of people that will kill, that want to kill you everywhere you land, and that wouldn't be I wouldn't be setting foot in a war zone. I think Belinda's clever enough to take Angela well. Well, Ruby was he called her in the middle of a minefield with invisible mines. It's really exciting. Oh, I'm so excited. And it's Darker in Blazers is Colin's view on the arc. Does it make sense, though? Is it satisfying? Because certainly it wasn't the first time round. Because you have traveled so many places, and but also a dangerous one. Caesar was cast after impressing some Boom, blah, 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 opposite pay, blah, 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 Belinda. There's something already connecting us. I think it's such a bad idea. I think it was a genuinely bad idea. Say, referencing her past character. Something connecting us. Oh, where I was up to. Modern day Earth. Getting back to a very specific date, Davis teases that once you that'll make sense once you watch the whole season. Again, I like the idea of them having a real story in the season arc. When Belinda is 16, okay, she gets a star named after. We already said that. Back in April 2014, we were told the Doctor would have two companions by her side. That wasn't specifically stated. The press where inferred that meant Doctor traveling with two companions in the TARDIS. But I mean, could you imagine with Millie Gibson and Verizon Sethu that Shooty Gatwa would just be, he would look so weak as a Doctor. But Ruby Sunday's Earth on Earth in 2025, the site blocking Belinda's return. I know, God, we keep saying the same thing. Of course, this being Doctor Who, anything could happen. Maybe there's a way the two meet in the past. Perhaps Unit find a space-time vortex manipulator and draw. Well, haven't we seen them together? Did I skip any? Time and space. Or maybe Ruby will have a parallel storyline. Yeah, probably. And we'll drop her and Unit in every so often. Time will tell. If new tricks are what you're after, look no further. We got a 952 episode written by Davis, which is set in 1952 in a Roger Rabbit-style villain, Mr. Ringadin. Who's doing the voice of that? There was somebody famous doing the voice. Lives in Tunnytown, but after years of repeats in cinema, the publicity bureau goes, he suddenly looks beyond the screen and sees that, okay, so Purple Rose of Cairo, right? The swings are wilder than ever, says David. Again, what you should really be doing, Russell, is paring back and focusing on intimate story, right? Rather than frills and spills. Because intimate story is what you're really lacking. I would say your original run was really defined by story, right? Mostly. I think Rose wasn't. Rose was more of a Phil's episode. But it was a very story, centric. It's nuts. It's almost the most animation. It was Alan Cummins' voice. Okay, a German Disney Plus trailer revealed another first. Somehow the Doctor and Belinda get transformed into animated form too. Well, not that they pay for it. Though whether it lasts 20 seconds or 20 minutes remains unclear. I think not long is my guess. Further freshness comes in the form of three newcomers making their debut contributions. Up-and-coming writer Sharma, Angel, Wildfire. Really, I wonder if she's pro Brexit and right wing. Do you think she is? No. We go from Mr. Ringerding to the scariest episode, David says, and then we try and release very little information about episode 3 because it's terrifying. Well, you tried to release little information about 73 Yards because it was boring, senseless shit. Oh, God, that doesn't make me less excited. We were together. And one is on it being the episode glimpsed in the trailer where the spacesuited Doctor and Belinda in freefall. No, that's going to be the one that's a sequel to Midnight with the same alien, I think. Which is such a bad idea. Funnily enough, I met Sharma about 15 years ago when she... Who's Sharma? I don't know. Oh, the writer. 15 years ago when she was a young student, I gave a talk to her at the Contact Theatre in Manchester. Obviously, I don't remember that, but she does, and that was very nice of her. She's been working away with Sally Wainwright, the son of original now, and Paul Abbott on Wolf, and she's been in lots of writers' rooms. Writers' rooms are a bad idea. She had a project here at Bad Wolf Studios. She was pushed forward for me for this, and I loved her straight away. That energy, and episode 5 is the one in the trailer. Looks like set somewhere in Africa. It's work on Nigerian-born playwright and poet Inua Elams. I wonder if there's going to have a subtle subtext to it. I don't know. Sure. I wonder if he's a right-wing guy, pro-Brexit. Right? Do you think he supports Farage? I don't know. Could be. Because there's so much diversity there. Surely the first Doctor Who writer to be awarded an Emmy for services of arts before writing for the series. Again, I think he wasn't given that for writing. I think he was given that for being a black person writing. And not that black people can't write. It's just that people who are in charge of these award things are all racist. When Evidence asks, which is the strangest episode, Rado Thin pumps up this one, but she can't tell us why. It's a different take, a different mythology. It's actually an episode about what mythology is. And the thing is, again, all this sounds like it could be really kind of interesting. What mythology is. There's wonder to the story Elams brings. He's brought another world's view to understanding another time, another place on Earth. Again, I would be all for this before the era of woke. I really would be. I really like that issue of Sandman where it was set in. It was set in Africa in like prehistoric times. One of the early ones, I think. Fine. The one with the bird. I can't remember which one, but it was a good issue. Anyway, set across. What was it? Davis became aware of his talent after seeing his play, The Barbershop Chronicles, set across 6 barbershops on a single day. I thought it was a wonderful piece of writing I've seen in years. Then it turned out the previous producer, Chris Chibnall, obviously, and we're talking about doing an episode because I loves Doctor Who. He'd been writing Doctor Who for years, so sometimes they convert. Again, it could work, right? It could work. You never know. But finally, this one, again, I'm offended that they have, this very groomery, weird person in Juno Dawson, right? Who is one of these new type of women that has a dick. And has written a book on how children can hook up with adults to be molested by them, which I guess, it's a service, right? I really think this is kind of like having Jimmy Savile write an episode. It's so weird. Finally, do you know something previously about the BBC SoundCloud? Oh, God, redacted. Fuck off. I mean, nothing made me go, oh, God, trans people are the worst, other than redacted. It was such a terrible... it presented trans people as these narcissistic pieces of the filth. Ugh. Couldn't stand them. Well, like to get Juno. No, you're fucking not. David says she's a New York Times best-selling fantasy novelist with Her Majesty's Secret Covenant. Okay, so go off and do that. Well, luckily she's got time to even gaze down upon. Oh, fuck. See, this, Russell, And everything you say is a fucking lie. Can't be doing with it anymore. Oh, fuck me. I've known Juno for years. And I quite like fucking women when it's Juno. Putting a big feminist dick up my yielding male ass. I've known this. So ever since I got the job, of coming back, it was in the air. But when you've got a novelist, you're busy all over the place. God, so I never knew whether or not to get whether I get her. This is like getting Jinx Monsoon. It's a fucking embarrassment, right? It's not inclusive. It's excluding. Also, I kind of waited for that Interstellar Song Contest story because it took us time to believe we can make that episode. And I thought if we could do it, it's just right for Juno. So he gave me the idea. Okay. The modern day Eurovision is a gigantic spectacle. Yeah, again, a queer thing. Matching that for drama is a daunting task, but presumably involves some big production numbers. Lots of them, says Davis. Oh, good. I'm glad you're spending all your money on that. But it's partly when we hived off an episode of its own. Normally we do blocks of 2 per episode, but for that episode we separated it off into its work of director Ben A. Williams. Had to come in early. Okay, Eurovision nowadays is the most glossy, expensive stage show you ever see. Oh, God. Continues with a ferocious piece of production, lighting and sets and performance. And it's boring. Oh, God, there's nothing like... Again, I would rather have the cheap set for Rebus. You know, and the... what was it? The rubber claw of the Schnizzlezor, whatever the fuck it was. Oh, yeah. That's why we didn't do it in the first year. I mean, like, can't you just remake the set? I mean, it doesn't seem like that's hard to imagine as it already exists. We took time to build up to this. I'm sorry that you did, because we want to make sure we did it because it's properly epic. It features X Factor Celebrity Big Brother contestant Rylan Clark, probably giving his role as commentator and blah, blah, blah. And then I was in, oh, God. I mean, like, this is supposed to get you excited. I'm, like, literally losing the will to fucking live. Welcome to the song contest and have a cameo appearance, blah, blah, blah. It's dark, I know. You keep fucking saying that. I think there's going to be, that's just going to be a laugh. It's fun to watch right places, but it's not just fun. It's also got a lesson. It's got depth and emotion. I bet it fucking hasn't. I bet it's just got lecturing and shit. We're imagining composer Murray Golden needs to be shown the door. Beavering away, lashing out the Lacursion from Time of the Rani, equivalent of Nemo's The Code. By the way, we're doing a Goblin song. Fuck off. I don't know what I can't. I don't give a shit. Okay, fuck me. Nothing's made me not want to watch this fucking show. Here, let me make me want to watch again. Oh, God, look at those tits. Fantastic. Oh, she's so hot. She's so insanely hot. There you go. That helped balance me out again. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.